Welcome to a Captain America, the first Avenger review. This time we're looking at the Walmart exclusive 6-inch Nick Fury figure. Now, why am I reviewing a figure that's almost 2 years old? Well, because ever since I became very adamant about collecting the 6-inch Avengers figures, I was regretting not picking up the Nick Fury and was kind of regretting it. But then actually for some other reason I found him inside of Walmart that may have been left behind or traded. I don't know how it got there, but I was able to pick up its clearance price at 11 bucks. So very excited to pick it up and going to review it for you today. Obviously this is the Captain America line, but it was actually the character was first introduced in Iron Man 2. Actually, the very end of Iron Man was more prominent in Iron Man 2. Captain America more of a cameo and full out supporting character in the Avengers. And was not given a re-release for the Avengers like a lot of people hoped to. Missed out on this first figure. But this figure is definitely worth picking up if you're really into the 6-inch figures. The detail is absolutely amazing. It has some really great accessories. The likeness to Samuel L. Jackson, the actor who portrayed Nick Fury, is spot on. And actually a little bit of a trivia. The Ultimate Avengers version of Nick Fury, which this is based on, was actually based off of Samuel L. Jackson, so it did kind of like a weird kind of reversal there. The detail on his shirt is absolutely amazing. The paint detail on the jacket, on the trench coat, on his face, on his boots, everything is great, and not much I can really complain about as far as the look and style of the figure goes. As far as articulation, he does have a swivel joint in the top, a little rotating joint. He has a little bit of an ab crunch of movement. No waist joint. He does have a shoulder joints in each arm with a double elbow and wristle, but because of how thick and heavy his trench coat is, it tends to get in kind of way, and so you're kind of left in stances where it looks kind of odd like this. But other than that, it's not too bad as far as the arms go. Hips, got that same little weird swivel going on. Double knee joint, which is pretty soft, but it's not. It's a little bit jarring to move because it just feels a bunch of rubber moving against each other, but it's not too awful. He's got a ankle joint here, which is actually surprisingly good for how his boots are designed. And of course, he's got peg holes that are molded into the figure, so he can actually be displayed with the Avenger stand, as opposed to any of the Iron Man 2 figures, which you would have to drill into the feet, which I did in my case. As far as accessory goes, he does come with 4 different types of guns. Each gun he can hold in his hand, but I find it kind of loose in his hands, especially the rifles. But the pistols can be stored, one in his holster that's underneath his jacket, which actually stays in pretty securely. And then there's another one down his pant leg, which I can get in just fine. There you go. Stays in perfect. And I like to put this bigger gun in his left hand and have it just kind of hold to his side, and the lighter kind of like a M4 gun in his right hand, and have that. You can have it down or have it up like that. It looks pretty cool, but yeah, you see that it doesn't really quite hold all that great in his hands. But once you get a decent position with the guns, it looks pretty badass. This Nick Fury figure is one hell of a great figure. It is. I would go out as far as to say is the best 6-inch Marvel figure. Probably on par with Hawkeye, and Hawkeye is one hell of a figure too, and War Machine. All three of them top-notch figures. What makes this one really stand out is that it's like just such a hard to find figure, just and releasing such a poorly marketed toy line for Captain America, the first Avenger. And with the popularity of the Avengers that just hit this summer, it really made this a really desirable figure, and it matches perfectly well with the rest of the 6-inch Avengers figures, and a must-have. And I'm super lucky I was able to get one, and I'd really recommend anyone that has a 6-inch Avengers line, or Iron Man or Thor, whatever. It needs a Nick Fury. It needs the Jackson to be leading his group. Definitely, like I said, really recommend picking up this guy. Great figure, especially if you're into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time.